Great, great review of Witchcraft. It's Lon Chaney. You can't go wrong there. Obviously, like I said, he's got hundreds of films you can go to, but I think you always picked a really good one, a really interesting one. I had never heard of this film, but I'm looking at the poster. I would hang that poster in my house.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. And you can't go wrong if he's a satanic leader,
Yeah. We all have a little dabble with Satanism in our pasts, I guess.
Well, that's a good transition because we are bringing HorrO onto the show, and I'm sure that might be Satan incarnate. I'm not sure yet. The jury's still out.
Hell yeah.
All right. So what's up, HorrO? Let's jump into the promote HorrO 666 rundown.
All right, nice to be on again, and I'm gonna do like I did last week and throw a question out to you guys, and give you guys a chance to think about it, Google whatever you gotta do, call your neighbor, and answer afterwards. I'll tell you when at the end. So last week I talked a lot about I asked you about the decade that we just had of horror, but I want to know what you guys are looking forward to in 2020 as far as what horror movie or show are you most looking forward to, and I'll give you guys a couple of minutes to think about that while I go ahead with the news of the 666 horror rundown. And continuing with that theme of going forward, I have a lot of stuff that's going to be coming out soon or in the future, which looks pretty good, I guess, or it depends where you're coming from. But the first is that CBS has ordered a new series called Clarice. Yes, from Silence of the Lambs, Clarice. And supposedly this series will take place 1 year after the events of Silence of the Lambs and have nothing to do with the Hannibal series that we had a few years ago. And I know that upsets some people because there are some people who still hold out hope for that Hannibal series and even the writers and directors and so forth. But I don't know at this point if that's ever going to happen, and we'll see. But anybody watch that Hannibal series?
Nah.
No.
Nope.
Okay. Nobody here cares, so we'll just move on then. But
Yes.
We care. We just don't care about that.
yeah, well, you guys still care. But yeah, apparently, Save Hannibal hashtag came out right after this news broke, so it never dies. And I actually, in a funny way, promoted, I think 2 years ago, a convention dedicated to that Hannibal show called Hannibal Fest. So it is real. There are people waiting for that show to return. But I'll jump to the next thing that's happening, and this is on the Sci-Fi Channel, because it looks like they're going to bring us a Chucky series. So if you're not excited about Silence of the Lambs, maybe you're excited about Chucky. And this will go back to the original Chucky, not this remake or the later versions of Chucky that we've seen. And I guess they're also going to give us a good look at Charles Lee Ray and his past. And this should be in good hands because Don Mancini will be directing at least the first episode. So hopefully it'll at least get off to a good start. I don't know where it'll end up, but I worry about the budget and so forth as far as being on Sci-Fi and how well they can pull off Chucky. But regardless, I'm excited to see Chucky. I always love Chucky. I did not see the latest remake movie, so I don't know. I guess some people actually ended up liking that more than people thought. But I guess the more Chucky, the better. So let's keep it rolling with Chucky. I previously had talked about Scream Queen, My Nightmare on Elm Street. This is the documentary about Mark Patton, the star of that movie. And we had a great discussion about Scream Queens and can they be men or not and so forth. And we'd done that because I had got a chance to check out the movie and the documentary actually. And it looks like the documentary is now going to be released in March. So that'll be out on DVD and on digital in March. And I'll try to remind you guys when we get closer to that coming out again. But it's definitely a very interesting documentary. If you don't really remember Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, go back and check that out, and then check out the documentary, because it'll open your eyes, especially if you were younger at the time like I was, and didn't really realize what was going on in that movie. but it's a fabulous documentary and basically a good sign of the times that we're in now. Next up, we have FX has renewed American Horror Story for 3 more seasons. So I don't know about that previous talk about American Horror Story in space. I would doubt they're going to do that because we're going to go up to season 13, but I'm happy. I love the show. I know people are up and down about that show. You know, it'll be 13 seasons at least. I would assume The Walking Dead will be 13 seasons too, but we'll see about that. They still take that one at a time. But in season 10, it looks like Sarah Paulson will be back, and she will have a large role. I know that there are also rumors that a lot of the other people were going to come back, so I don't have any news on that, but we'll see. We'll see who returns for season 10, and I'm happy. I don't know. You guys happy about more American Horror Story?
I'm not a TV guy.
Sorry.
We all.
I lost it. I lost it like after season 2 or 3, I think. And I mean, I still haven't gone back to watch the last season, which I have recorded because I really thought it was a cool concept. But I'll get to it.
Yeah, I'm a very big Coven fan. I really dug that season a lot.
Me too. My favorite, for sure.
I still go back to the original of season 1. I thought that was really fabulously done, and definitely a different angle and how they handled the whole ghost thing. And what I like about the show is that how it ends. Like each one is its own thing. It's not one of the shows like The Walking Dead where you have to follow along and watch season to season to season to understand what is happening. Each season is its own, and I think it's unique. It's different. It's different from other shows that you have to follow along. Like Stranger Things, you have to follow along to understand what's going on. It's not its own thing every time. So I think that's one thing that's unique about the show and something I like. I know that kind of, like Ken stopped and some of you guys stopped at certain episodes, but to me, it gives you a chance to even pick up and if you guys wanted to watch last season's one, and you don't have to worry about what happened way back in the beginning. It has really nothing to do with it. Although they did have a few seasons where they had a couple of characters return, but it's nothing where you're missing out. But I'm happy regardless. And speaking of shows that are gonna come back, What We Do in the Shadows, that looks like they've set the date for that to return. Season 2 will begin on April 15th. And just for Ken, Mark Hamill will be guest star on one of the episodes.
I know it. I love. I don't know if you guys ever watched Flight of the Conchords, but that's where this kind of stemmed from with Jermaine and all that. Jermaine, it's just great, funny stuff, and they make fun of when the werewolves come in the movie. It's hilarious. Check it out. Check out the movie. I definitely looking forward to it.
Anybody else catch that show last season?
Nah.
I saw a couple episodes. It was really funny, but I kind of lost interest.
Yeah, it's not for everybody. I'm simple-minded human, so.
Yeah, I for whatever reason, I just can't get into it. I don't know what it is with the show. I guess I kind of get the concept. It's a good concept, but I don't know. I didn't get in, and I know a lot of people even like the movie, and the movie didn't even do anything for me neither. So I don't know. I kind of watched it just to try to get into it and see what was going on, but it just was not happening for me. But
You tried Netflix.
Yeah, I gave it a try, but there were moments here or there, but overall, it just wasn't for me. But apparently, a lot of people liked it, and it will be coming back. And apparently, Mark Hamill, I'm sure, will not be the only big guest to come back on the show. So now let me jump to Netflix. Netflix, we have The Witcher season 2. Nobody knows yet when that will premiere, but pre-production has begun. So that is definitely on my list, season 1 to watch. But as they prepare for season 2, so I don't know tremendous about the show. I'm keeping it that way because I want it to be fresh when I see it. But it looks like people are excited that pre-production will begin on that one. Another thing a lot of people are excited for is the Penny Dreadful spinoff. They just released the trailer for that one. I haven't checked out the trailer yet. I'm kind of deciding whether I want to invest myself in that or not, because as soon as I invested myself in Penny Dreadful, they cut the show off, and I was not happy about that.
Same.
So yeah,
I really hated that.
yeah, I mean, I didn't even watch season 3 because I had already known that they were going to cancel the show, and I was like, I'm not going to invest my time in this because you just wasted 2 of my seasons' time. Although it was really cool that I got to promote the show from the beginning. But besides that, that was, that really pissed me off, and it really pissed me off when they kill shows like that after you've invested so much time in it. Which I guess is good for things like Netflix, where you can just wait, and then just binge it all, and then you don't have to worry. But that will be returning to Showtime on April 26th. Now, something that's been around for a long time, and that's Garbage Pail Kids. I thought this was cool news. So this has been around for 35 years. And I guess this is the 35th year, so they're going to do some celebrations for that. And one of the things they're going to do is have a Monopoly game of Garbage Pail Kids. So that just takes me back to my old school days. So if anybody's interested in playing a game of Monopoly with the kids and some garbage pails. Quick video game news. I know Muse loves the Resident Evil, so they just released the Resident Evil 3 Nemesis trailer. And so that'll be to be excited for, and everybody will get to start playing that in April on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Let's see. And I know that Muse is also a Slipknot fan, so we'll throw in some Slipknot news here. Corey Taylor, who is a big horror fan as well, he's the lead singer, for those who don't know, he's making a horror film, which is about time, and it looks like Tom Savini's team will be helping him do the makeup and effects for that, so that's something really cool to look forward to. Tom Savini, if you don't know, helped him out with his the band's latest Mask and their latest album that just came out recently. So you don't like Slipknot or not, that's something to be waiting for, because those guys are crazy.
To say the least.
to say the least. And I love it, so if you want to play some Slipknot for me, that's fine with me. I debated whether to throw this out there or not, but I will. I saw it. I didn't do much research into it, so I don't know how much is true or not. I know Casey caught me when I tweeted about it, but there's a supposed rumor that there's going to be a Jaws remake, and I don't know. I don't know whether that's 100% true or not. It sounded maybe like fake news. I don't know, but it was passed around. I caught it. So I'm not going to say that it's news, but, I mean, is there no movie they won't touch? I mean, just give me a break. And I know that supposedly Steven Spielberg is involved with it, but I don't care whether he is or not. I mean, just why? Like, we have other shark movies. Let the shark movies be. We have Shark Week. Let it be. Can't we just leave Jaws alone? I mean, come on.
Yes, leave it alone. Please don't. I heard something about them making a movie about the making of Jaws, because it was such a crazy filming. They had so many difficulties and stuff with the mechanical shark and everything. That might be interesting, but just a straight remake, I will rant like a crazy, insane person.
No CGI Jaws. We don't want that.
We will.
No.
It will be wrong.
We can do an absolute episode of how bad that of an idea that will be if that comes to light. But
Lightning just struck my head, where we got to do an episode of movies that we hated, so we can all be on the same page. Anyway, move on.
There we go. Yes, we can do that. And if they do a remake of Jaws, we'll put that as number 1, even though we might not have seen it. But I'm not really gonna do mark your calendar, since I've went through a lot of things that are coming in the future. Instead, I'll play a quick game of Rate Your Movie. So we're gonna really know real quickly what movie Chris is gonna see and which one he is not. They gave the ratings for Fantasy Island and The Invisible Man. Guess which one is PG-13 and which one is R, and we'll know what Chris is watching.
Yeah, I'm guessing Fantasy Island. Just the word fantasy just screams rated R.
No, Chris, you're wrong. It's not that. It's not that kind of fantasy. Not that kind of fantasy. Wrong fantasy. Not something else. You got that back. Fantasy Island.
I'm watching Invisible Man.
Watching Invisible Man is correct. That is rated R. Fantasy Island is G13, and that is on Valentine's Day too. So take your pick on that one.
The plane.
I'll throw in my quick horror movie recommendations. One is Harpoon, which I believe I've mentioned before, and I only mentioned that because it will be on Showtime. So if you just for the people who still have Showtime or HBO or anything like that, Showtime will be showing that. Definitely catch that. Netflix, watch the series You. I just watched both season 1 and 2. Excellent, totally recommended, especially if you like Dexter. Think of it as a Dexter light, but still very good. And The Wave, which is hitting limited theaters and will be on video on demand. And now to wrap it up, your guys' answers to what we're looking forward to in 2020.
All right, I got a little list of 3. The first 2 I got from you, Omar. The Event Horizon TV show. The next Conjuring movie, I've loved each one of the first 2 Conjuring movies, and I'm looking forward to the third. And the third one is, and I haven't even seen the first 2 Skyline movies. I haven't heard anything good about them. I didn't even enjoy Sci-Fi's ripoff of the Skyline movie, but Skyline 3 looks intriguing because Rona Mitra is in it. So those are the 3 I'll be looking forward to over the next 365 days.
Next.
I'll go next. I think I'm looking forward to Conjuring 3 as well, because those are just great movies. And Gretel and Hansel. I'm really curious. I may go see that one in the theater, actually.
Nice. That's different.
Yeah.
I'll go next. I got 3 or 4. Invisible Man, which you already talked about, looks pretty good. It's rated R, so that's a plus. The movie Antlers looks intriguing. I don't know what's going on there, but that looks really kind of nuts. I'm not quite sure what that's about, but I saw the poster art for it and a little synopsis. It looks interesting. The next Purge movie, which obviously I'm a huge fan of the Purge movies. Purge 5, give me more. I'm just gonna watch them all. So they've had 4. I'm gonna do 5. And I saw that they're doing a Fear Street movie. Now this is probably definitely gonna be PG-13. I would love if they did it R, based off R.L. Stein's books from like the 80s, I think it was. That piqued my interest, and of course the Ghostbusters movie. I'm gonna watch it.
Same here. I'm gonna have to see it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably watch it. Man, I'm pretty embarrassed that you guys did not say the Terrifier 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're gonna get...
This is where Ken says every movie that we have a guest of.
Terrifier 2, I think just the first one was revolutionized that slasher genre again. It's just like he brought something that we've been missing from the music to the blood, the acting. I cannot wait for Terrifier 2. And you are right. I am gonna say one movie that isn't out yet that we got to watch. Killer Therapy. I want everybody else to see. I'm excited for everybody else to see it. I think it was a great film. And I'm just excited. When we got to see it. We reviewed it back a few episodes ago. But yeah, definitely. I want to encourage our listeners to check that out and support our friend there, Barry, and his film. Also, I think that what's it called? Stranger Things is coming out this year. I could.
I'd have to go back and check my notes on that one. But
that's something I'm always.
I would assume it is, but I'm not 100% sure, and it'll give me time to catch up.
Yeah, if it weren't for you guys recommending movies, I like the movies that I like that I've seen 1,000 times, and just for instance, I go to these screenings and I'm watching a double feature of Monster Squad, and forgive me
Nice.
at the next movie, but Creeps, Night of the Creeps. So,
That's a good one.
and this is put up by Bottleneck Gallery. I'll definitely throw a shout out to them, and they're giving out free posters. You know, I love my posters. So, yeah, me and my sister-in-law are going to go check it out because my wife sucks and she doesn't like scary movies.
Thrown under the bus. So I'll just save Ken here so he doesn't get in any more trouble. And I'll wrap this up with mine. And I'm surprised, maybe because it's a little further out, that nobody said Halloween Kills. Everybody just threw Michael under the bus, but that's okay. That's okay. I know we're a little oversaturated with the Michael and so forth, and I talked about it a million times. But even though I've talked about it a million times, I still, maybe not as much as last year's Halloween, but I'm definitely looking forward to that. Anytime I get to see Michael kill some people, and hopefully he kills all the returning people this time and doesn't screw up. And I mentioned it last time, A Quiet Place Part 2. I'm really looking forward to see what they do there, and I loved what I saw in the trailer, and I hopefully they don't screw that up and can do further movies off of that, because they have a big potential there to do several movies if they stay on the ball with it. And with that, I love everybody else's picks, and that is it for the 666 Horror Rundown.
Yay!
All right. Well, that's our show for tonight. Great show as always. We want to just kind of go around the room and give our shout outs. We'll start with you, Chris. What do you got?
Yeah, I just recently posted a review of a 14-minute horror short called Hang Up. It's about a butt call. We've all received them. Unfortunately, this butt call is going to have a very fiery, horrific ending. But my friends at Fatal Pictures, and you can follow them on Twitter at Fatal Pictures, send it to me. They do some wonderful stuff. So I want to give Fatal Pictures a shout out, and also implore people to see their movie Hang Up, which is free on YouTube. It goes 14 minutes. You can find my review, just posted a few days ago, and there's a link to that YouTube video of this 14-minute movie. So enjoy. It's a worst case scenario for a butt call movie.
All right, Kacy, what's up?
Hey, well, I don't have any call-outs, but again, I always like to remind people to reach out on Twitter to anybody here, because everyone's on Twitter. You can reach out via email, everyone's first name at wherethescarythings.com. It's HorrO and CJZC and Ken and Muse and Kacy. And send us some questions or what you think about our most recent shows and who we've been interviewing. Also, we've got a website coming up, swear to God. We'll have a place where we're going to update. Ken's going to update everything and have all the news and the shows, and you'll be able to find everybody easily. And that's it.
Go ahead, Muse.
I really don't have any shout outs. Just want to say thanks to everybody out there that's been interacting with me there on Twitter. A lot of new followers last couple of days, and I just want to say thanks to everybody that's been following the show and retweeting it and showing the show all the love. Everybody that's been supportive, and there's a lot of great podcasts out there and great people. I just want to say thanks to everybody.
HorrO, what's up?
All right. Well, I'll first echo Chris with Hang Up. I put that on our Sunday Scares, so if you're also looking for another place to watch that, I will be tweeting and sharing that over the next couple of weeks, so that's on our Sunday Scares. As far as a shout out, I'm giving a shout out this week to Emily over at Creators Unite magazine. Chris is very familiar with her. She awesomely was a sponsor of our SFX horror makeup contest earlier this year, and she allowed me a special spot in her latest issue to interview our winner, Justin Fears, who was our second shout out. And not only did I get to interview him and post it on her issue, she surprised me by awarding him the winner of her AHCA award. So he ended up winning 2 awards, which was great for him. I very recommend you check out that issue. You can check out his work, check out my interview with him and how he started and the style of makeup he likes and so forth. I'm going to, to start sharing again his work and the links to that on the social media. So if you follow Promote Horror, you can catch that along the line if you want to see his work, the link to the magazine and so forth. But it's Creators Unite magazine. It's at issue.com, which is ISSUU.com, Creators Unite, if you want to check out the magazine. And lots of great stuff. Chris even has an article in there. So you can even catch what Chris's work as well. There's an article, and his book, of course, is mentioned in there. So that's my shout out.
Great. I have a couple. Just want to say what's up to Austin Wood. He's the host of Horror Night Podcast, which we'll definitely try to work out something to get you on the show, buddy. Thank you for listening. As always, check out his podcast, Horror Night Podcast. So this last week I spent, unfortunately the next few weeks ahead of me, I've been stuck in the Freehold Courthouse, and I'm going to be doing jury duty. Now that is a horror show on its own, so I want to shout out to all those municipal workers out there that got to put up with the craziest people. One guy just right. One guy just walked in and just didn't want to deal with it. He said, "I don't want to be part of this. I think I hate the system," and he just went nuts. And it was like, all right.
Wow, that'll do it, man.
Yeah, he just said it, like, I don't want to do this, and I'm here, and I'm not going to do it. And that was pretty cool. So shout out to all those municipal workers out there that have to deal with crazy people. Also, shout out to our friends here at Studio to Stage Productions in Manalapan or Marlboro, whatever you want to call it. Thank you so much for all the kindness that you guys give us. If you're looking to record or learn music or anything like that, hit them up, Studio to Stage. You've got a beautiful, brand new studio that you can record in, high-tech equipment. I don't know what I'm doing with all these buttons, but I manage. So thank you so much to Chris and Mike. Anyway, that's about it for me. Definitely go back and check out all our shows. We're doing really well with the show, and we need your support. Please hit that like button or give us a review. As Kacy said, send us an email of anything that you'd like for us to review or ways that we can get better. We appreciate the love from the horror community and just any new listeners out there. As always, you can follow us on social media. Definitely check out all the shows on our Strange Society network. So many different shows to choose from. I'm Monster Mash Ken. Keep it scary, my friends. Have a good night.